So, since 2018, you've been coming to Ethiopia
Yes.
at least twice every year.
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. What is keeping you over here? Tell us, tell us.
Here's I feel home. I feel at home. I'm at peace. I don't really have to worry about the typical things that we worry about in America.
Oh, okay.
And I can just be me and free, and I love that. I believe they're opening their eyes for them to come and experience this as well, and to see what I have experienced and what light and joy it brings to me, for me to even take my time out to come here and just to experience life. And I believe that it will help them to learn how to come here and experience life as well, the way that I see it and many other people see it, and how they can figure that this land is a blessed land.
Would you consider to move to Ethiopia?
Of course.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
I will, because I could just say it's mystical. It's a very mystical place. It's a place that not only you can see the beauty, you can feel the beauty, and you can feel the energy. Like, I encourage people to come to Africa. I encourage people to come to Ethiopia, but if you can't make it, make the best peace you can within yourself. Live for today and just pray for tomorrow. And we live the best of your life, no matter what, and find your personal peace wherever you are.
Let me ask you, having been born and raised in America and staying in Ethiopia, you have definitely had a good perspective on these two different societies or cultures. What is something that you would say as Africans, or let's say Ethiopians, can learn from Americans and their way of living? Yeah. Welcome back to another episode of Buna with Desta. Today I am excited because one, I am trying my guest's special drink. I don't know why that was hard to say, but it is special chai. And before I introduce you to my guest, cheers, please. Cheers to this conversation. Wow, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
So today I'm excited to introduce you to one good friend of mine. He's gonna tell us who he is and where he comes from.
My name is David. I'm from West Baltimore, Maryland, an American. That's here in Ethiopia.
You stay in Ethiopia?
Yeah, I'm staying here. I've been here for a while now, so it's a nice journey.
Okay, tell us, how did you come to know about Ethiopia? Because most people in America actually don't know if Ethiopia is a country or if Africa is a continent.
Well, there's many sources that I did research about and I learned about, and most of it came from my father of learning Ethiopia and about it being actually a blessed place for black people, and I was basically grown into that culture of I guess some sort of Pan-African movement. And since me knowing about him teaching me about Africa and a lot of the movements that Africa did and the history of Africa, it always intrigued me to learn more about my culture and learn more about my people outside of America, and that's what pulled me here to Ethiopia.
When was the first time you came to Ethiopia?
The first time I came here was actually 2018 when I first landed here, and ever since then I've been traveling, sometimes twice a year, once a year, just to touch bases and get more familiar with the land and the people and the culture.
Okay, so since 2018 you've been coming to Ethiopia at least twice every year.
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. What is keeping you over here? Tell us.
Well, the main thing that's keeping me over here is the love of my people and the land, the understanding more cultural experience of dealing with people, because me coming from America is everybody's more individualized. So coming here is bringing me back to my roots and understanding how to be more intimate with people, more intimate within myself, and self-exploration of, I guess, developing my spiritual self in, I guess, many ways here. And that's what's helping me out.
What do you say is completely, totally different between life here and life in America?
Well,
especially that which you feel like people in America don't get to experience.
The intimacy part of eating together, the communion of coming together for coffee, what they call Buna, just to being a human. America has lost that part because everybody's always on the go. Everybody's constantly moving and going about their own personal life, and we really don't have that much time for each other. By me coming here, it helps me to gravitate to my personal self and how to deal with people more openly and better, and a better communication with people here, and I guess the environment and things that come together.
What is a misconception you feel like people in America have of Africa in general and also of Ethiopia?
Oh wow, that's a nice one.
Yeah.
Well, I can say that they do not live in huts. Most of them do not live in huts. They have a real active city.
Yeah.
They're modernized just like us.
People think we live in huts.
Many people still do think you live in huts and in the jungle, which
As you walk, you'll meet lions.
yeah, not necessarily. Haven't seen a lion or anything like that of that sort. You know, they have modern technology, and it's still in the development. You know, we have to understand that, but it's a place that we all could come to and still feel comfortable as if we're living in America. You know, they have cities here. They do have their landmass where it is more rural. If you wanted to experience that, so it's multi-dimensional in many ways, opposed to what most people think that it's just that one basic standard of living, when you can have experienced your whole full life in multiple ways here.
What about your family? How do they take the fact that now every year you have to come to Africa at least twice? And that's only Ethiopia, right?
Yes, only been to Ethiopia as far as the African continent.
Yeah.
But they have mixed feelings about it, which they're coming to understand in a better perspective way, because they see in my growth and from which state I was at before I left America, and how I have grown to who I am today, my personal growth. And so I believe they're opening their eyes for them to come and experience this as well, and to see what I have experienced and what light and joy it brings to me, for me to even take my time out to come here and just to experience life. And I believe that it will help them to learn how to come here and experience life as well, the way that I see it and many other people see it, and how they can figure that this land is a blessed land.
Wow, that's amazing. So you encourage your friends and your people to come to Ethiopia?
I would love for everybody to experience this, because it will bring some it will bring them to a humble level, to a balanced level, to actually see the truth and to see where they can fit in within our people, and we can build a better bridge of connection between African Americans and Africans, because we are brothers and sisters, and we all come from the same root of a tree that just been spread it out, and we need to bring ourselves back to that tone, so we can actually grow together and develop ourselves, and to help develop the land that we are now together.
Okay. Wow, that's cool. So why only Ethiopia in Africa and not Kenya, not any other place?
Well, the only reason I can answer that in my way is because everybody in that way have a soul urge or a soul calling, and I feel like this is where God led me at, for me to start. And hopefully in the future I will expand myself to the broader landmass of Africa and have experienced multiple different cultures there. But I feel home. I feel at home. I'm at peace. I don't really have to worry about the typical things that we worry about in America.
Oh, okay.
And I can just be me and free, and I love that.
What things, because I also experienced some degree of peace, not some degree, I really can't say calmer here. I was telling someone, even my creative juices are more awake here. What are some things that you can say contribute to the rise in the peace that you experience when you're here?
Family and culture.
Okay.
The family and culture, and the unity that peers have amongst each other, and the self-respect and the respect of others, that even the smiles you get here is genuine. Like it's a smile that make you smile in the way when somebody, just the way they smile. I be sometimes wondering how they smile like that. Like, you know what I mean? It helps me out, and it give me a more purpose of welcoming than I can ever experience in America to this day. You know, because I've been born and raised in America. I've been born and raised in Baltimore City, and I experienced many things dealing with different dynamics. And here it helps me get away from that and find a different way of living, a different peaceful path. Instead of, I can't speak for everybody, but it's many people in the Black African American communities that's on their way into a destructive path, and sometimes which they don't see. And here it helps me to balance my way of living, just to see how people living in different standards, to be grateful for what I have, and to help other people to be grateful for what they have, so they can see what they actually have. And this will help you. Here will help you to understand that in many ways.
So what has been your best experience so far here in Ethiopia? 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. I had not even known I was ever going to come to Ethiopia by the time you were here. So what is your best experience so far?
Totally, my best experiences that I have here is not really a physical experience. It's more of a spiritual experience. And here, you're free to be closer to your creator, and whichever name you call him, it's a way that I can't even explain, and I could just say it's mystical. It's a very mystical place. It's a place that not only you can see the beauty, you can feel the beauty, and you can feel the energy here, and that's my total pinnacle of my experience is the spiritual feeling and basis that I came to grow in here.
Wow. What about your biggest challenge over here? Because I'm sure there's still some.
Of course, there's going to be challenges no matter where you are. My biggest challenges, of course, is the language.
Oh, okay.
It's the language and to understanding the culture, because even here it's like it's so intimate that I still be like wondering, like, what are they doing?
Like, is that culture, or are they going overboard?
So I have to adjust of being close to people, because as I say, in America we so individualized, is that it's difficult for allowing certain people to come in your life so close, and I guess that's still a challenge for me about just the trust and just the trust issue, in which everybody here is used to that. They're used to sharing things. They're used to sleeping together. They're used to going to each other's houses for coffee and tea, chai, or whatever it's called. But it's that closeness.
Togetherness. Can I tell you one that I have experienced? Is that sometimes got me by surprise the first time. Like, I meet a guy and immediately he's putting his hands on my shoulders, and I'm like, oh wow, yeah, still this is part of the culture.
Right. Well.
Yeah. So wow, interesting.
Yes. It's different, because I'm not like too much of a touchy person, and they're, just like I said before, they're very close and intimate. And even when I greet older people, I still get confused of like, do I give them a handshake, a hug? Do I kiss the left cheek, right cheek of the face?
Is it 3 hugs or 2?
Right. So it's that whole perspective that I'm still learning to grow in and soften up about, so I can express that love to my family members home and my friends, and show them the real, that we can love each other without, different dynamics in that way, that we can purely love each other just for who we are.
Okay. Would you consider to move to Ethiopia?
Of course.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I will, because as I say, it's a very spiritual place in which, I can find my true peace here, and I could find a peaceful way of living, and I would love to, let this be my last place.
Yeah. Actually, the first time I met you, I don't know if I've told you this, but I thought you have some Ethiopian history, because you actually look Habesha.
Yeah, many people does say that, and that's another thing that pulls me here, because when I get here, I see many faces that look like my brothers, my sisters, my cousins, my peers. It feels as if I'm in my town. It's just that my people I don't know, I feel like I could blend in like a chameleon. I'm here and I can move around without just being looked at as a foreigner. Really, I could really feel like this is my place, and this is my essence, and this is truly my roots.
So let me ask you, having been born and raised in America, and staying in Ethiopia, you have definitely had a good perspective on these two different societies or cultures. What is something that you would say as Africans, or let's say Ethiopians, can learn from Americans and their way of living? Yeah.
Okay, what I can say is that I understand Ethiopia is a blessed place. And I don't mean no disrespect to any Ethiopians out there, but I believe that they can expand themselves as well, opening themselves up to a more universal culture, because the landmass is bigger than Ethiopia, and If the Ethiopian people recognize who we are and we recognize each other, we can embrace each other culturally and spiritually so we can have a better existence. Because here, I believe some people are just locked into who they are as Ethiopians instead of just opening themselves to the bigger diaspora of many cultures who came here previously, ancestral culture that been traveled here long before, the so-called people who discovered the lands. And we must connect them dots, and we all must find our family roots within that tree.
Wow.
If that makes
I do agree with you actually on the aspect of being more open to more things, to learn more things, to know more, not necessarily embrace, but at least be open to be challenged, something like this. So this episode is called Buna with Desta, and apparently today, Buna, is coffee, and then Desta, you learned today is happiness.
Yes.
So, question, are you happy?
Yes, I'm happy and I'm blessed.
Oh, okay. What are some things that you can say you do in your life that contribute to rise whatever definition is for you in terms of happiness?
Self-awareness. Bringing self-awareness for me and for others, that we can go outside ourselves and break free from our comfort zone to find peace in many ways. Even if you don't have, I encourage people to come to Africa, I encourage people to come to Ethiopia, but if you can't make it, make the best peace you can within yourself. Live for today and just pray for tomorrow. And we live the best of your life, no matter what, and find your personal peace wherever you are, in your heart, in your mind, or wherever. Just be peaceful.
Wow, amazing. Guys, let me know in the comment section down below what is the definition of happiness or Desta to you, and are you happy? Let's have that conversation going. And what is your message to the world?
My message to the world is go outside of yourself. Reach out to others. Stop being closed-minded and find the calm and balance to bring us together instead of separating us. Because people created borders, people created tribal languages. Now I'm not going to say tribal language, but tribal differences instead of creating tribal similarities. So if you have your culture, be free to share your culture and to embrace it together so we can all learn from each other and we can move forward. So that'll be my message to the world, and live in peace and stop fighting.
I agree. Live in peace and stop fighting.
Ethiopia is blessed.
It's
blessed. So everybody come experience it for yourself. It'll be a journey of a lifetime that you will not regret. You won't regret. Trust me.
Wow, David, it's been amazing chatting with you. Do you have anything else to add?
No, I'm just happy to meet the famous Desta. I watched that channel for some time now, and she gave me good confirmation about this land, and especially the transitions that it's going through, and she made it, more peaceful and give me the strength to continue my journey here. So if it weren't for Desta, trust me, I maybe not would be here. So I give big thanks for Desta and
I didn't know this.
And your strength for being the woman you are and taking on that courage and that journey, and I salute you for that.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. It is words that like this that keep me going, they encourage me, especially on days when I feel like, what do you think you're doing? Or who sent you? So I'm really grateful for that. And guys, if you want to have conversations or to enjoy Buna with Desta, because you might have a conviction that you have something important you wish to share, or maybe your experience or stuff like this, feel free to reach out. I'll be glad to have coffee with you and also to share your story with people. Thank you so much, David.
No problem. And I want to salute everybody out there. Come to Ethiopia. You'll find your peace. You'll find your blessings.
That is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Remember to hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, leave your comment, let me know what you think about this conversation, contribute, and I'll be waiting there to read and hit the love for you. Anyway, always
like and subscribe to this channel. This is the place you want to be. Like and subscribe.
Always remember to create time for that which ignites your soul. Until next time.